Hey pros, Crystal here from Elite Hair Care USA. So today I just made this quick video on pro tips of pressing your hair and also how to kind of keep down or eliminate the chance of having any form of heat damage. So first things first, if you're new to my channel, go ahead, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to thumbs up this video as you guys watch. So today I'm actually using our new H2 Pro 1 1/4 inch pressing comb. This is a ceramic professional pressing comb with a digital thermostat. And let's start here. Pro tip number 1. If you are pressing out your hair, the easiest way to really get the root and eliminate or kind of diminish burning yourself as much is to go against the grain first. So if you guys notice, as I'm pressing her hair, I'm actually going up on the actual hair follicle or the hair itself. So I decided to blow it up a little bit so you guys could see. And then after I go up on the hair, I go back with the grain and go down. So I'm going to show you guys one more time. I'll go against the grain with the pressing comb, okay? And then this is going to now allow me to cover a lot of ground at the root level. And then I'll part about 1 inch of a section and go with the grain or down on the head itself. This, number 1, is allowing every strand of hair to get pressed. It's also allowing me to move really, really quickly because when I'm going against the grain, I can really see each actual strand. That's number 1. Number 2, I'm able to really press the hair without going over it more than 1 or maybe 1-2 times max. But number 3, this allows you to cover a lot of ground, right? So it kind of cuts down the time that it will take you to press the hair if you were going with the grain, because every time you press and part, you're having to part a lot smaller partings so that you can get every individual strand. But if I have 1 inch section and I'm going against the grain first and then with the grain after, that allows me to get all of that hair within that 1 inch section, and it keeps me from burning my client or myself, okay? Another thing, if your hair does not need to be pressed all the way through the actual strand, I only press out the area that's nice and kinky, and then I'll use my titanium iron to silk and curl all at the same time, which you guys will get to see in today's video. Now for the hairline, I am going with the grain, but I'm just kind of using the plate of the ceramic iron, that outer tooth or outer shell, and just kind of rubbing it against the hair itself. But I'm being very careful as I'm doing this because this is typically where you get burnt the most. Let's be honest. We burn ourselves the most in the front of the head. Now, the good thing about the H2 Pro 1 1/4 inch iron is it is able to be tempered, you guys. So typically we're used to those cheap little irons that we got in the beauty supply store where it just has an on and off button. In this case, it has a digital thermostat and it allows me to temper my iron based on the needs of my hair or my client's hair. So I can go up to 450 degrees. And it also allows me to have that on and off button aside from the digital thermostat that I can control the temperature. Now, I'm also giving her a quick trim. She is trying to nurse her hair back to health. She's been wearing wigs for a very long time. And really, the good thing for her is her hairline is really what was affected the most in regards to hair loss or thinning. But it's not scarred, so that hair can definitely grow back by just changing the behavior, which changing the behavior would mean to kind of lessen the amount of time or the amount of wig wearing that she's doing. Now, another huge problem that you might have if you're one of those people who are doing exactly what she's doing is you might have what we call dehydrated hair. This comes from longevity of wearing things that is basically covering the hair up and the hair is not able to get as much oxygen as it should. So for today, we did a Moist Me 24 karat mask deep conditioning treatment on her. And I also used the Moist Repair shampoo and conditioner to help combat a lot of that dryness that she's having. I'd highly recommend the dry and brittle kit for at-home use. That's going to give you all of the products that you need to help take care of your hair when it's in a dehydrated state. But it's also very important that she's not flat ironing her hair too much and definitely utilizing wrapping at night so that her hair can get a lot of those natural oils that her body will put out. Now for her styling, I'm actually silking and curling her all together in large sections using our Elite Anniversary 1-inch titanium iron. I wanted to really show you guys how I'm able to do this. And this is what's allowing her to have that silkiness, but it is also helping to eliminate her having a situation where we are doing too much or using too much heat on her hair in one service. Usually when people are pressing, you're putting a lot of product on the hair. You're putting a bunch of oil on the hair. For her, all I did was apply some frizz tamer and shine serum. That is our heat protectant. It is also going to help with our thermal styling and let the hair lay nice and smooth and silky. And at the same time, it is giving us that gloss that we want without us having to add a ton of other products to her hair or doing a lot of oils when we were pressing her out. So definitely utilize that frizz tamer and shine serum at the pressing phase, and you won't have to really apply anything else to the hair. Now, I do use a little bit of hairspray. That hairspray is also helping to make the cuticle nice and smooth. And that hairspray is also giving us a nice seal on the hair at the same time. Now, the 1-inch titanium iron is available at EliteHairCareUSA.com, as well as the new pressing comb. We do have a bundle kit with the pressing comb that comes with the frizz tamer and shine serum. So you're basically getting exactly what you need for your press out days. And that pressing comb is definitely going to help you with your children, because guess what? It is allowing you to do the work really, really quickly. No Marcel stove, none of that stuff. And you can temper that pressing comb to whatever temperature you choose. Now, for her hair today, it was put on 450 because I was doing large sections, and that's my way of getting around using too much heat on too small a section of hair. I do 450, but I do 1-inch sections. And depending on the coarseness or the looseness or the texture, let me use the proper term, the texture of the hair, that is going to determine what heat setting you're going to use your pressing comb on, as well as your flat iron. Now, for her at home, she's definitely going to be wrapping her hair at night. That is going to really help her in regards to really getting that moisture back in her hair naturally, as well as using the moist repair or the dry and brittle kit, which is another very important part of this process. Now, wrapping. Let's talk about wrapping. If you like to use satin or polyester on your hair, your wraps probably don't last as long, especially for natural hair. So I highly recommend using a typical stocking cap, the ones like a wig cap or something of that nature. It's going to keep the hair nice and pressed while you sleep, just in case you perspire, and it will allow your press to last a lot longer. So we're going to use the processing cap method just to kind of lay the cuticle down a little bit more, because she is natural. But at the same time, if you want to use a saran wrap method, you can. For her, I didn't want to lose too much of the volume or the density in her hair. So that's the reason why I decided to use the processing cap method. Really, to do this method, all I'm doing is wrapping her hair with a brush. Put the processing cap on her head, use the diffuser on the blow dryer for about 5 to 10 seconds, and then I'm going to comb her down, and that's all I really needed to do. Now, everybody does this a different way. There's no right or wrong way to do it, but if you want to keep some of the density in the hair or the volume in the hair, the processing cap method definitely works really, really well. Now, the blow dryer, I'm just using the diffuser. This is going to kind of lessen the direct blow of the blow dryer, and that's really what the diffuser is for. But if you don't have a diffuser, you can just kind of use your regular blow dryer. That's fine too. Now, to finish her off, I used a little bit of goddess polish to comb her down. And then she's really on her way, you guys. That's really all we're going to do today. Her next treatment, we'll probably do a hydration steam treatment. Other than that, you guys, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment. Tell me what you thought about the finished result. And I'll see everybody in the next video. Peace.